During my evaluation, I had to do lots of audience feedback to find out whether my product was going to be good enough for my audience and whether they would like it or not. So first of all, I did some audience feedback to look at the lighting that I had used. So I looked into whether or not my audience liked the sepia video effect or how it looked originally. And it came back and they said that they liked the sepia effect, so that was quite good, so I kept it. When we'd completed our first draft of our trailer, we asked our media class to watch it. They said that they thought it was very good and they liked the different shots and angles that we used, such as when Ruth's walking down the alleyway and there's a high angle shot of her. They thought that was quite a nice shot, it was different, and some of the panning shots that we used to establish the location. However, they thought that the storyline didn't come across as well as it could have, so they suggested that we added titles and voiceovers maybe to make it make sense and explain the story a bit better. So we added a voiceover which worked really well, as she explained that the crime committee were trying to kill off the town and that she was trying to save it, so it made a bit more sense what the main character's main role was in the story. We also added some titles just to add an extra understanding for the audience. When I came to making my film magazine, on the front cover I put a glow around the main character, Ruth, and I didn't know whether it looked too much or looked a bit superficial, so I showed some friends and got them to tell me whether they liked it or not, and whether they liked it before the glow or after the glow, and how much they thought I should put on, because you could change the level so that there was more of a glow effect or less, so that it wasn't too obvious. They said that they liked it with just a subtle glow around her, so she looked like superior and it made her look like the most important character. So I decided to do this. So I agreed with them and thought it was a good idea, and I thought it ended up looking really good. I created 2 magazine drafts. So I created one with a sort of city behind in the background, and one with a background that I made with like a gradient and clouds using Photoshop, which made like a nice blue effect behind the main character. I showed some friends and some people in the sixth form unit that I knew weren't just going to say that they liked it, they would give a proper opinion over which they thought was better. And it came out that they said that they preferred the one with the gradient over the background, and I actually preferred that one as well. There were a few people that liked the other one, but the majority said the same as I thought myself, so I decided to keep it that way. When I'd finished my final magazine product, I asked my teachers and people in my media class, as well as some friends, whether they liked my final product and thought it represented real media magazine front covers. So I showed them loads of Empire's magazine front covers, and I got them to say whether they thought that it would represent a real magazine front cover and what they thought I could do differently. And one thing that came up quite a bit was that the title wasn't actually as big as they thought it needed to be, so they thought I should make it much bigger so that Ruth's head was in front of it, like on Empire's magazines. Loads of the actors and actresses have they're in front of the title so that it looks like they're more important and a superior character. So I decided to change it and do this. I thought it was a good idea and I hadn't actually thought about it before, and I think that contributed to my my magazine front cover.